One day, you'll suddenly realize you no longer need to prove anything. Not to anyone, not even to yourself. For half our lives, we've been running invisible races, racing for approval, for love, to be seen as good enough. But then, there comes a time when you're tired. So tired that you just want to sit down, breathe out, and ask, what am I really striving for? And in that stillness, something begins to speak. It doesn't shout, it doesn't argue. It simply is. And that's enough. That's the moment you begin to feel truly free. When you no longer force yourself to be someone, but simply live as who you are. In today's video, we'll walk through that journey. The journey of letting go of the burden to prove and returning to the quiet peace within. If you've ever felt exhausted from trying to please others, or even found it hard to please yourself, stay a little longer. This video is for you. When we were young, we believed our worth was reflected in the eyes of others. A compliment could make our whole day. A criticism could steal our sleep. We studied harder, worked longer, earned more, just to hear someone say, "You're amazing." It felt as if life was a grand stage, and we were actors desperately chasing the spotlight. Even when no one was watching, we'd still ask, "Am I good enough yet?" Yet the more we tried to prove, the more exhausted we became, because there was never a finish line where peace waited. Every success only led to another rung on the ladder. Every compliment made us fear losing it. And so, even amid the applause, we still felt lonely. Lonely because we no longer knew who we were really living for. Then one day, you stop. Not because you've lost, but because you suddenly see there's nothing left to chase. You look around and see people still rushing, each trying to prove they're right, smart, more successful. But inside, a quiet space opens. And for the first time, you don't feel the need to be better than anyone. You realize no one really cares as much as you thought. Everyone's too busy living their own story. It turns out the exhaustion didn't come from others demanding proof. It came from our own belief that we had to. That awakening arrives softly, like a quiet morning. No horns, no pressure, just your breath and you. You begin to smile, not for any reason, but simply because your heart finally feels at peace. And you understand you don't need to prove anymore because you've come home to yourself. When you no longer need to prove anything, life feels strangely different. Everything looks the same. The road you walk, the room you live in, the face in the mirror. But the feeling isn't the same. You're no longer in a hurry. You don't argue to be understood. You don't chase approving eyes anymore. You begin to slow down, savoring each breath, each ordinary moment you used to overlook. Morning coffee smells richer. A hug feels complete. A quiet afternoon can make you smile for no reason. No one can take that peace away because it doesn't come from outside. It blossoms from within, where you no longer pretend or strain. You realize happiness was never a destination. It's the feeling that comes when you stop trying to be someone else. And in that moment, you are free. Free without proof, without praise, without comparison. When you stop proving, you begin to see more clearly, not about others, but about yourself. You realize you don't need to try so hard to be loved. True love doesn't come from perfection, but from sincerity. Relationships that once felt tense begin to soften. You no longer fear being judged because you've stopped judging yourself. When you no longer need to prove your worth, you start living it effortlessly. Your body feels lighter. You sleep deeper. Your smile becomes genuine, not to please anyone, but the smile of someone at peace. You start cherishing the little things, a quiet morning, a kind word, a moment of being yourself. Nothing around you has changed much, yet everything feels different inside. There's no more race, just a journey, and that journey is you. And that's the greatest gift of letting go. You come back to being you. The world today is louder than ever. Social media gives everyone something to say, something to show, something to prove. People talk about success, opportunity, about needing to be faster, greater, better. But in that noise, you choose silence. Not because you've lost, but because you no longer need to join that race. Your silence isn't emptiness, it's fullness, full of understanding, acceptance, and peace. You start to see the loudest person isn't always the happiest one. Often, the most peaceful one is the person sitting quietly, smiling, watching life flow without needing to interfere. Silence becomes your new language. Each breath is an answer, each smile a declaration. And you realize, not proving is also a statement that you've truly understood your own worth. When you stop proving, you begin to be present, fully, without hurry, without defense. You start to listen, not to reply but to understand. When others speak, you look at them and you see their tiredness, their joy, even their unspoken words. Because only when your heart is calm can it truly touch another's. Your presence becomes a safe space, where no one is judged, no one has to prove. They can simply be. You no longer need to teach anyone how to live. Just by living, you inspire. Because true peace doesn't need to be spoken. It's felt through the way you're present in every moment. And then you realize, proving isn't power. Real power is when you simply show up and make the world around you gentler. Listen to me once. You are already enough. No more proof needed, no more achievements required. Not tomorrow, not someday, but from this very moment, you are enough. Every wrinkle on your face, every scar in your soul tells a story of worth. You don't have to run after anyone. You don't need to compare. Your worth isn't measured by others' eyes, but by your own heart. Take a deep breath and quietly say, I don't need to prove anything anymore. When you speak that sentence, you'll feel your body lighten, your soul calm, and a smile appear naturally, unforced, genuine. The world may continue to be noisy, people may keep racing, but you've stepped out of that spiral. And the most wonderful thing, when you stop proving, you start seeing yourself more clearly than ever before. And now, when you no longer need to prove anything, you can look at life with gentler eyes. Every moment feels precious. Every breath, every smile, every encounter feels more complete. Remember, you don't need to chase the world. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. Just live truly, and peace will follow. If today you feel a little lighter in your heart, let that feeling guide your coming days. And if you want to continue this journey, to hear more stories of calm and peace, I invite you to watch the next videos on this channel. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and together we'll explore more peaceful, inspiring moments. Remember, life isn't meant for proving. It's meant for experiencing, loving, and finding peace. And here, in this moment, you are enough, and that is more than enough.